If that's an expression you've never heard, you didn't grow up in a Black household, because every Black child has heard that at some point. And you usually hear that when you do something to embarrass your parents or something to that effect. The first time I consciously remember hearing it was on my 10th birthday. My mother insisted, in the midst of this, on inviting a girl from down the street whose name I cannot remember for the life of me. I think I blocked it out. But let's just call her Vicky for the sake of argument. Vicky was 3 years older than me, and she was what we now call and understand to be a bully. She did not like me. She did not like anything about me. And for the longest time, I could not figure out what the problem was. When I was 8 or 9, my mother sat me down to explain the circumstances of Vicky's life. Vicky lived on our street because she was being raised by her grandparents, the Johnsons. Her mother, who was the Johnsons' daughter, was a drug addict, and her father was in jail. So the Johnsons, who were well into their 60s when I was a young child, took in their granddaughter in an effort to raise her and help her be better than the people her parents became. She had a lot of resentment towards her parents and ultimately towards her grandparents, because she looked at them as the people who kept her away from their daughter, which was her mother. She was taken away from her mother when she was probably 9 or 10, so she had very clear memories of her mother. She wasn't an infant. So she hit that teenage rebellion phase with all of her anger and all of her resentment, and she was really hell on wheels. And some part of my mother, being the school teacher that she was and the oldest of 10 kids that she is, felt like she should do her part to try to help this child. So she would invite her to our house, and I, being the kid I was, would just be pouty and miserable because I knew this girl couldn't stand me. Now, Vicky was smart enough to only bully me and treat me badly when my mother wasn't around. So when she would leave and I would tell my mother about her behavior, my mother would say, "You don't understand what she's gone through, and you have so much more than she does. You have both your parents, you have a stable home, you don't want for anything, you've never felt abandoned by anyone." So my mother's speech to me was kind of like, suck it up, Buttercup, because she's going through a lot. My 10th birthday,